세러데이 쇼다운 KT 롤스터 대 DRX.
For Duro.
Crank?
I think with Ornn as a frontliner, I'm not super about that life. Do like the Rel a little bit more, sets up your equalizers, and now you have both like pick potential with the Ahri, but also hard engage. Even though it's Jhin, and we don't normally say this about Jhin compositions, I feel like Genji's comp is extremely well-rounded, whereas KT's composition, like you mentioned, you and I kind of felt like, okay, the Ornn plus the Yone is a little bit weird, but it still can work. But now your late game scaling Xayah that's going to get ornaments isn't necessarily going to be able to do damage with them if she can't close the gap. And yeah, you can ult a charm, sure. You can get out of a part of the Rel engage and get out of part of the Xin Zhao, but there's just too many things.
As we're ready, game number 1 is loaded up. Let's hop into the rift. Get it. Oh, GG. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Chobi hits those.
He's so focused, man. He's so in the zone. We got a little dive brewing here. And let's see who does get the aggro. It is going to go over to Duro, and a ton of damage already comes out. The CC layering was perfect as well. Very clean dive to pick up first blood here for Duro.
You could see that.
That does mean that maybe Genji can look for the Drake. We do have a trade up on the top side, actually. Fire going both ways as Ornn, a couple more autos. He'll get it. He had to flash, but he flashes late and dies to Duck Dom. We'll just give it up.
It's a lane swap bonus, you know? Duck Dom's going top side, he gets a huge kill.
Keen does not have flash, and he's very far up the lane and just dies again. So that is going to be now 2 kills to Duck Dom.
He didn't know that was coming, but I think he could have predicted.
And now Ruler is disrespecting the Ornn. It is going to miss, but if that hits...
If that hits, I mean, Perfect has flash. I think Ruler is just dead, 100%.
Yeah. Their group is better. It is greater. We're going in on to Peter, who does not have that flash, but he is Rakan. So...
From taking too many bad trades.
Yeah, Ruler does not have flash, but he does have a team.
He's got Swifties.
Yeah. And now they are looking for Cuz, who is not in a good spot. And over the wall goes Duro, and this time his engage will amount to a kill.
Yeah, Duro is, you know, and again, looking for an engage angle here. BDD is super deep. He is in trouble.
Yeah, we got Xin Zhao here. Canyon elects not to block it, even with his ult and flash available. They want to turn on to Perfect instead, who is Ornn. And you know what? With enough CC, they can get that job done. They say, you know, let's just start from the front, and then we'll go to the back. And now Canyon's going to use his ult. Peter in a lot of trouble here, although Toby in a bit as well. But it was a bait all along as Cuz goes in, and he will go down immediately as now the engage comes in on a BDD, who is not going to get away. And we still have Jhin ultimate. And one more shot will do it. He's not going to hit either of those, but it's fine. He's got Duro, who is emoting under the turret, and Genji Tika Master.
So they do get the Herald as well. Perfect didn't know.
Yeah, well, Peter's dead. Very sad. Nobody wanted to see that. But it's reality, and that means that Genji is going to take down the Drake in this game.
Kind of crazy.
Duro, he is alone, and he's just going to flash away. Gets actually the ult out of BDD as well. The Rift Heralds. And they're just going to throw that in the mid. Canyon is under no danger here, even with everybody here. And the Spear's not going to hit. The turret's going to go down as well. Toby looks for it, gets Duck Dom, gets the cleanse out. And now will he go for the follow-up engage? BDD goes in, but he's just kind of dying at the same time. As now the full engage comes in from Duro. The follow-up not quite there, but now the Jhin ult over the top is going to get the snipe. And meanwhile, down goes the Rakan. BDD barely lives. As we got another root here, it is turning into a slaughter from Genji.
Just 2 kills. They don't get the inner turret, but they have their eyes on a bigger prize here. Yeah, he made a club for dodging called the Dodging Duros.
Ah, okay.
So he dodged.
After joining so many clubs, he made his own club.
Yeah, he wanted one.
They're engaging on a Canyon for some reason. I don't know why they would do that. This deep in the jungle on top of an equalizer.
Oh, God, Valdez.
Cover your eyes. This is not safe.
I think KT are ready for game 2.
Tech Soul, guys. He has 0 kills, by the way. Just want to say slacking. I'm not very impressed.
009.
Yeah.
That's not James Bond's number.
No, it's not. Trying to kill Ruler here. I think BDD, that was really his only objective, but he might live because of the disengage cone. Yep. I'm glad that was there. You utilized that so well. I think after that good week, unfortunate timing to hit Genji. If they had lost to B&K, dude, we'd be singing a different tune. But that is not the case here. BDD is going to snap back. We have the Ornn for disengage. Don't see that every day, as now the follow-up comes in from Chovy. We do see the Feather Storm, but he immediately dies after the Feather Storm. And the Xayah does not really help herself at all. It's just a clean ace. Everybody dies. The game is over. They still have Hextech Soul. Let's go next.
Yeah, I think I'm personally ready to move to game 2. I think KT, all 5 members probably at this point are ready as well.
You're a game 2 timer?
Yeah, actually there was a game 2 earlier, and there's going to be another one now.
Yeah, exactly. We almost had a game 4. That was crazy.
Pretty insane performance from everyone here on Genji, but you got to give Duro a big shout out as Peter's trying to slow this one down.
Oh, they almost got Keen.
Almost.
Yeah. Keen was the only person who died in this game for Genji. 19-2 is going to be the, actually 20-2. It's going to be the final score.
He had a few big moments in this game, but then Chovy's there to follow up. Canyon ults, goes down to 20% health, re-engages. Genji are all playing together all the time, and they're some of the best League of Legends players to ever play the game from different eras. It's a super team, and I think maybe this time they'll get the full undefeated season, Valdez.
Yep.
Nico Ezreal is not the same kind of power level as like Ezreal Karma in terms of pushing, but it's still decent. And Duro's going to go for another set of engage here because Sejuani alone, I think, isn't good enough, which means that the Nico is going to be good into what you expected to be that final melee support to come through. And the only other one he could have gone for would have been Leona. The same rules apply. So I think the comp, I kind of feel pretty good about KT rollsters here. Like, we always have to consider the nameplates when we look at these two teams. And Chovy's love for Corki for all time, even pre-rework Corki, where he was just building Ludens and doing poke boom boom damage. He's just got such strong mastery of this champion, and he's playing it more than anyone else.
We'll see if Genji gives them that time of day, as they didn't do that in game 1. But here is game number 2. That's a good one too.
It's solid.
We're invading here, KT.
Canyon has Unsealed Spellbook also, which is not going to be impactful at this moment, but I just wanted to mention it. And Canyon is not going to be getting his first blue buff. And with the Ezreal Nico there, Canyon just needs to leave instantly. And so we'll see if... So punishing this Sejuani is going to be a little bit tricky. And in fact, I'd say probably not possible. But getting this blue buff alone is not getting... It's not making it even. Like, if he wants to stay around, then it's going to get a little bit tougher. Some who call him a rook.
No, I don't think they
You
call
think
him a rook.
Chovy doesn't count minions? Chovy.
Chovy.
You think Chovy is going to be like, well, that seems pretty normal?
The one lane you go to is Chovy's lane. No.
Look at him talking, man. He's like telling Kenny, he's like, man, they thought they could fool me.
Trying to come in here. Some hook onto Duckdoll, but now the turn immediately on the Duro, who's going to flash away. But now we got Cuz in a bit of trouble. Ingo's Ruler going to take him down. First blood did go over to KT, but now fight here front to back is looking good for Genji. Bit of a stun goes down on the Canyon, but he's super tanky. Perfect test to get out. Because now the Realm Warp, we see BDD thinking about getting out here, but follow-up. Duckdom going to go away. Continues to kite as Canyon does get the Gromp, but he is going to go down. And now we have the Root going in on a Keen. One more auto gets it done, and Duckdom picks up a double. A big fight here for KT. Now, Canyon's on a ward, and the sneaky Trundle in the brush is going to help with this one, but it's still going to be a kill. Going 1-for-1 here. Chovy trying to get away from that Trundle. Just trying to clear the wave, actually, as Peter comes in, and it's a double over to Cuz.
And then on the Dragon.
이거 깔끔하게 죽음을 받아들이고 풀이라도 아낄 걸.
That was not as clean as he wanted. So he's actually going to TP over here. And they're going to be able to start up this Dragon. BDD just TP'd back to mid, but could come over here if they want to fight for this. There's more Genji than there is KT in this area, as Ruler had Prio bottom side. BDD want a Realm Warp for this? Oh, this is messy.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Peter is very caught here. He is going to get it off, but immediately dies. BDD and Cuz. The Drake does go to Cuz, and now Canyon's going to go down. And so Peter just keeps them around, has to pay with his life. Yeah, looks like they want to do something here on the right, but Duro's in a lot of trouble. I mean, he's just dead. He gets pillared. He is going to flash away still, but he still dies. As now we get the engage on in. It's only going to hit the Sejuani, though, but the damage goes in, and Peter does go down. Chovy still doing a lot of damage here on the left side, but Canyon extremely low. As Relmorph now, and Ruler doesn't have anywhere to go as he goes in to try to kill BDD, and it doesn't quite work out. Chovy also looks like he's going to go down. KT are taking this fight in a big way. As Genji, they did not respect him on the Grubs. They did not respect him on the Rift Heralds. And they will pay the price as KT take a huge fight again. Behind, or just a little bit behind, or whatever. You have to be extremely clean if you're KT. This game is not over, as you mentioned. As now, going to hop forward. Okay.
That was weird, the way that came out, but yeah, it was a pillar.
Huh, okay.
I thought Keen just hiccuped for a second.
He is Ezreal, but there is a Nautilus here as well, as waiting for it. The sun comes in with the permafrost, and Duro gets his revenge. You never know.
찍었어.
I mean, Duro's just like, got him.
진짜.
So he got
Mad, he's got the assist, yeah.
제발.
777 gold to a Nautilus.
Ruler's actually angry.
But that works until about like 25 minutes plus, and then you just kind of get kited, and Trundle can't carry the game by himself.
So the Rift Herald is here. Duro is going to go in for the engage. Ult's actually on it because they're throwing everything into this Trundle that is so tanky. The Nico not going to hit anyone. As Genji desperate for this Drake. They have to deny the soul right here, right now, as they do get the kill on the Sion, but Chovy is so low as he tries to get the kill on BDD. It's not going to happen. Ruler is going man mode, and it is a steal from Ducktomp to get that one. As they do take it down, Cuz not able to get the smite, and that might be where this game goes awry for KT. As Genji, they pick up the fight. Ruler with the triple in this one.
Let's see, TP.
It's getting pretty close. I mean, Canyon trying to get in, gonna throw an ult, and now the knockup comes in on the Canyon. He's just dead. They don't have a jungler, although Perfect is getting blown to smithereens as well. But yeah, the Otacon goes over to KT, and KT will accept that 100% of the time.
Mission accomplished. They do end up succeeding in the end. 3 items now for the Rise. Death Cap is ready, but
okay.
3-item Rise might get jumped on.
Yeah, will the follow-up coming on time is really the only question. BDD does have Flash. As now we get another engage here on a Perfect. We got a Blast Cone away as Canyon in a lot of trouble again. He's going to go down. Keen here as well with him. And they go way too deep this time around. Still, the Ruler and Chovy are safe. We do have Perfect going in, trying to create space, but he has to flash away. As he goes Ruler into the back line. There's no stopping this guy. He goes golden, but now he's got to flash away. And while a pillar will stop him, I guess. As BDD gets back here with his CP. And now Genji are on the run. Relmorph coming in. Looks like they will go for it. No gate will be taken by Chovy. As they take down Chovy. And they will get this Baron. So you gotta like their chances. A little engage comes in here from Canyon, wants to get something going because just presses his R, or he didn't even, finally goes for it. Huge engage here from Peter, and now Ruler is just gonna get caught up in this one. Here comes Perfect into that back line and just eliminates Keen. Even gets the kill on the Ruler, and it's only Chovy left standing. KT can, in fact, win these.
They can, in fact,
send it to game 3.
Win these. They can, in fact, bring us to the distance here today. And maybe the prophecy was true, Valdez. Maybe this is the only team that can stop Genji's win streaks. How much damage here for Ducktomp in this one? He actually tops the charts, 25.4K. There were some very scary moments for him. Well, otherwise played pretty well.
KT proved they can do it against anyone, as we knew, but they prove it once again. I think it took a little.
This is really powerful for skirmishes.
Okay. Yeah.
Like imagine this scenario where BDD steals an Alistar ultimate, goes into the back line and tries to get on top of Victor or Lucian, and he gets so much work done because he has that Alistar ult rolling, and he gets low, and then he gets bailed out, and the kill comes through, and then he and Ducktomp and Cuz just rip through the rest of everybody else. I think when you consider that, plus the power in the lane, having the range support into the Alistar, it feels really good. I like the Poppy into Skarner, but I think if you play the Skarner perfectly, you can kind of outplay some of those Poppy engage attempts. And you can also, if you play it super well, deal with the Wukong and those types of impale turns when the engage comes out fast. So I think this is a little bit more well-rounded.
But if they do it, I think they've got it potentially here. For game number 3, we are ready. Let's hop onto the Rift. here in summer, the summer of KT on the roller coaster. What's going on here, Genji? Little engaged with the Silas level 1. And now the handshake flash comes in. Keen's just dead. His first blood over to Cuz right at 1 minute into the game.
Lurking here. I'm looking for a deeper invade. And, you know, you see already Ruler and Enduro are looking for the better level 1 here, but they're going to find out very quickly that the bot duo is not in the bottom lane. And Cuz now going to use this prior here, this control, to once again try to take Canyon's jungle down.
Yeah.
Man, he can smite fight this.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's gonna leash, and I feel like Cuz rather could have maybe tried to go for the smite fight, but instead he's just like, you can't fight me.
And this is an Alistar lane here at level 1 into the Varus. Unfortunately, Duckdom's gonna miss, but things
unless he steals.
They should just pull this out of the pit a little bit more, surely.
He's gonna see it, and now, I mean, he can just tunnel through and look for it. Yeah, he just flashes over and smites it away. They don't respect it, as well. He's not going to be able to get out of the pit, at least. You see that the team's trying to come over and watch this happen. Flash over the wall, though, and now Cuz just gets bailed out. Looks cool. I admire the heroism, saying, get down, Mr. President, but now Duro's dead, too.
As well.
Going in on this one, but Canyon is here. BBB is going to flash out of this. Canyon could have potentially tried to look for that impale, but opts to not go for it.
Would have been a loss. Canyon is...
I want to see this setup.
Holding that impale he did not use, but keeps holding it, maybe saving it for the next fight. All
right, well, going in for this one, we do have the stolen impale coming in, but locked in the wall goes Canyon, and now he's going to pull in BDD over the wall, but a CC goes into him, but everybody on the side of KT is coming up. And so just trading some impales.
This should be Dragon going over to Genji as long as they can rush it down quickly enough. I mean, it is just a Skarner here.
He's on vision.
It's just in general so good. Hold on, Cuz maybe he's got a 50-50, maybe.
But he's alone. I don't know if he really wants to take that risk, so he's just going to let it go.
Because the turret is not going to be safe when it's dead. Or, like, he won't be safe on a turret when it's dead.
Good driving from Cuz. Doesn't run into the Otacon wall. Could have gotten a little bit awkward.
Looking for
can he do it?
Second charge here.
Can he manage it?
I think he can.
All right, good angles so far. He's on the track. He's got the angles. Here's Canyon, and yeah, he's just gonna hop out right at the end.
Impale utilized there, and Cuz wisely gets away, bails.
Will he be punished for it?
More KT here than there is Gen.G now.
Yeah, they want to go for this. Chovy maybe in a little bit of trouble. We'll see the CC chain as Chovy very tanky in this moment. Still has this flash. He's holding on to it, but now Canyon in a lot of trouble. Gets a big impale, but now the Renata ult on top, and it's 2 kills for Duckdom. Just like that. We have the culling coming down, but Perfect also here. Even though he is Yorick, they want to go for this Otacon with the man advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be the end of the Maiden here. And Ruler is on 2 items right now. Still a relatively safe take, though. You have to imagine with no jungler, they just have to be careful.
Yep.
And slow play this. Keen looking for the ult here, but this is...
Look at Cuz's positioning. He's just waiting until the very end to stealth on in and get the kill, and he does get it with the smite. Cuz going in, looking for that bailout, but just going to peel off as Genji back away. But already a ton of damage is being done. Chovy a bit caught. He still has his flash, but doesn't matter. He is going to go down, and that's the catch on the Chovy. But the Dragon does go over to Genji. It's going to be 2 kills here as KT take it down. Unfortunately for them, there's no Baron, which would have been a huge turn for them, but they're still going to get a bunch of gold and look to push mid.
Yeah, I think they can get this mid turret off of the play. Man, Chovy caught there. Did have his flash, but there was just no backup, no peel. Whew. Keen, look at that dodge, but man, KT, 7 kills to 0 in this game. It's hard to even wrap your head around the fact that Genji have not gotten any full. But it does make this a little bit tougher to play out for Chovy as we're seeing a collapse.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here. He does not have his flash, but the chains are going to miss, so maybe not so much trouble as Perfect. Actually, the guy that's in trouble is Ruler is ganking the Yorick, just like that. Yeah, I don't really know if Genji can do anything about this. They're going to try to go for the mid lane turret, but BDD's here. He's level 16. He's unkillable with that Alistar ultimate. It's better Alistar, basically. KT's still trying to set something up as they move over and clear out the wave.
With that gank. Peter's looking for the flash play.
Not the best engaged Renata, but it's still going to catch Ruler, as going underneath the turret does cuz, as he has to do that after everything missed from Peter. Block this ward here.
Yeah. Okay, Renekton pushing mid. Keen does have TP. They're going to have to be super fast with this. Or they look for the turn.
Yep, no Renata ult here as well. Stolen Impale. It's going to catch Toby, but the follow-up is denied by Duro. And the counter Impale comes in. No damage, though, cuz still going to be going down. He has to get bailed out, as he does not actually get bailed out. Double knock up here.
Toby.
Once again, Toby very low. BDD wants the kill. Not the disengage cone. Wow, it's actually going to get him out here just barely. Meanwhile, we got a play up on the top side. Perfect will go down, as KT maybe going a little bit deep for this one, and the Baron try gets denied.
BDD flashing but not securing the kill. Doesn't have his flash now. Looks for the re-engage.
Has to go in. He's got Dominus actually up against 3 people. McKean just walks away. And Gen G, they find the fight they were looking for. Most damage dealt by the Victor. Not a big surprise, you know, has Leandri's is Victor. We're just going to engage here. Straight onto the Renata. Going pretty deep for this one, as that is a Silas with the Alistar ult. Toby taking a bunch of damage. Ruler zoned away. Not sure about this fight for Gen G, as that's going to be 2 kills now. Canyon goes down right before the Dragon. KT are still in this game.
Oh, KT in control of this objective right now. And look like they're just going to look for the smite on it. There's no contest. There's no enemy jungler. And KT will just take this one away. Lives.
Hey.
Cuz picks up the 4K.
He did it.
I was a doubter earlier today, but I was a doubter that KT would bring us to 3, and that KT would look like they were going to win the series.
Immediately knew that he made a big mistake.
And I mean, the Renata ult just shuts everything down in a choke point like that as well.
We're engaging here for KT.
Okay, Taro and Chovy in dangerous spot.
Now stealing the Impale this time around. The Renata ult's very confusing, but Chovy is still dead.
It cuts
just
them in
takes
half.
Chovy dead.
Yeah, Chovy's dead. Keen's looking for destruction of this turret, but a TP will come through from Perfect. And, I mean, maybe Keen could look for the all-in here. It's not going to happen. He gets the turret, picks up the gold. Unfortunately for KT, they end up losing 2 turrets out of this because
They're sending Duck Dom, but oh, no vision?
no vision.
They started it, and KT, they know they got to push into this, but they just don't know what's on the other side. Bit of damage comes in, but it's only half health for now. BDD on the flank.
Perfect TP to the fight. BDD on the flank looks for Chovy.
Yeah, but damage goes into him. It's just a flip. It goes over to Canyon, but now we got the counter Impale coming in. Big knockup from Duro, but where is the damage? Ruler is chipping through cuz the first one to go down. Ruler's okay, but Canyon getting low himself. BDD will be taken out by Ruler, as Ruler looking for the double, and will chase them down. KT, they get called on the bluff of the Baron. Gen G, they take down the Baron, and they might just take this game. Perfect and Peter still on the run. It doesn't look like they will go down, but the push is now coming in.
45 seconds. I think this game is done. Mid is open, and Ruler and Canyon will push to end it. Chovy with a fantastic Zonia's there in that last moment. And it looks like this time KT will not stop Gen G, at least so far here on their perfect run. 16 will become 17 as Gen G remain undefeated.
KT giving so much hope, bringing it to 39 minutes in Game 3, but Gen G are just unstoppable.
KT breaks the streak. 2024 summer.
They said
KT breaks the streak, not in LCK 2025.
Yep, hasn't happened yet. And they said, you know, it's so difficult, so challenging, and then they said Renekton is so reliable, and then someone said, told you to play Renekton already. So somebody on this team is a big Renekton fan, but it's not Keen. But maybe after today. It's Ruler. Picks it up for 3 games of dominance. Didn't die in that first game. It was a 25-minute game. And then, you know, last fight, did a great job. He did get caught a couple of times, but